James Gunn explains how the massive Peacemaker cameos came together. Now that the highly secretive Season 1 finale of Peacemaker has dropped on HBO Max, showrunner James Gunn is breaking down how those certain high-profile cameos came to be. Near the end of the episode, after John Cena's Peacemaker and other members of the Task Force X team successfully take down the space cow that was feeding the body-snatching butterfly aliens, some members of the Justice League showed up. But at too little, too late. Wonder Woman, Superman, The Flash, and Aquaman appeared on the scene, though only the latter two actually featured the actors who play the heroes. Ezra Miller's Barry Allen and Jason Momoa's Arthur Curry both showed up for reals for the cameo, while Wonder Woman and Superman remained merely in silhouette on the darkened farm field. Gunn explained in an interview with Deadline that due to already knowing Momoa for a while now and being friends with Aquaman producer Peter Safran, that's how he was able to land the Game of Thrones star's cameo. We knew Jason was probably going to do it very early on. Ezra came in as more of a surprise. I found out through a couple of friends that Ezra liked my films, and so then I connected with him and asked him to do it, as well. So yeah, we were just lucky with the two of them. Something sort of refreshing for superhero movie fans is the fact that Peacemaker, as well as Gunn's 2021 film The Suicide Squad, brings R-rated humor and content to the world of the so-called DC Extended Universe. As such, the normally PG-13 hero Aquaman was able to cut loose with some foul-mouthed quips in the cameo. Specifically, Aquaman says, "I'm so f***ing sick of that rumor," when Peacemaker tells him to go f***a fish. On that note, Gunn praised both Miller and Momoa for being self-deprecating enough to appear in Peacemaker, since the titular chrome-helmeted anti-hero makes a number of jokes at their expense throughout the series. I think both of those guys deserves total props, because he does FK with both of them the whole season, and so the fact that they have such a great sense of humor about themselves. I really appreciate both those guys and what they did. Gunn went on to say that Miller's outtakes, in particular in the cameo scene, are probably the greatest things I've ever had. He literally went on for 30 minutes, and he hadn't seen the show. I just showed him the scene of them walking away, and he kept calling Harcourt the little blonde boy. The best outtakes of all time are from him. We're glad to see the world of Peacemaker cementing itself further into the larger Justice League mythology and the hilarious implications of what that could mean for the franchise's future, despite notable cameo absences like Henry Cavill as the Man of Steel, Ray Fisher's Cyborg, or Batman. Alexander Skarsgård details his exhausting time shooting The Northman. The Northman is an action-packed Viking epic that Alexander Skarsgård describes as a grueling experience. The movie is set in Iceland at the turn of the 10th century and follows Nordic prince Amleth Skarsgård, who, as a young boy, witnesses the murder of his father by his uncle. He manages to escape with his life intact and vows to seek revenge for his family and to reclaim his land. In an interview with IndieWire, Skarsgård described how difficult it was to bring the Viking warrior to life. He absolutely is a perfectionist. But he's also a genius, he said about director Robert Eggers. The Northman was the first time I worked on something that was so meticulously stylized, and you almost had to see it as a dance between the camera and the actors, because the camera was constantly moving, and so were we. If the timing was slightly off, then we'd have to go again. I've never been more tired than after those 6 months. The Northman trailer showed just how violent the story is going to be. The axe-wielding Skarsgård looked convincing in the demanding role as he fights his way through his enemies on his meaningful quest, and the scenes had the atmospheric style the innovative Eggers is known for. Both his films The Witch and The Lighthouse have been hailed for their stylistic execution, and it would seem The Northman will also have Eggers' patented attention to detail. Skarsgård talked about a particularly demanding scene that had to be done in a single take. To shoot it all in one shot means you do this 4-minute take, he explained, and then a horse deep in the background looks the wrong way, and you have to do it all again. You're so exhausted that you want to cry. You feel like you finally got all the choreography of the fight worked out, but then you have to go again and again and again. There's always something in the background that wasn't quite right. The flip side of that is when you finally get it, it feels like winning gold at the Olympics. While this isn't his first time in an action-oriented role, it has evidently been the most taxing. Skarsgård starred in the movie Tarzan, 2016, alongside Margot Robbie and played the titular, vine-swinging character, and he saw his fair share of blood in HBO's True Blood series. At the very least, Skarsgård will be surrounded by some top-of-the-line talent. Ethan Hawke plays his ill-fated father, King or Vandal, Nicole Kidman plays Amleth's mother Queen Gudrun, Anya Taylor-Joy plays Olga, a woman with cunning abilities, and Willem Dafoe plays Jaime the Fool. The Northman will land in theaters on April 22, 2022. First teaser for new Olivia Rodrigo film on Disney+, Driving Home to You, a Sour film. A new Disney Plus film is being teased about the behind-the-scenes creation of Olivia Rodrigo's #1 album, Sour, coming to the streaming platform next month. In Driving Home to You, a Sour film, Rodrigo will take audiences on a musical road trip from Salt Lake City, tracing the same route to Los Angeles that led to her writing the triple-platinum debut Geffen Records album Sour. The Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter will recount memories of the writing process, creating the record-breaking album, and share her inner thoughts and feelings as a young woman navigating a particular time in her life. The film will also include new live arrangements of her songs, intimate interviews, and never-before-seen footage of the making of the album, according to a press release from Disney. Rodrigo also teased the upcoming film, being touted as a way for audiences to follow her along a cinematic journey to explore the album on her Instagram account. The film will feature 11 songs from Sour performed by Rodrigo in all new arrangements in unique locations, such as the Mojave Airplane Boneyard, Roy's Motel and Cafe, Arcosanti, and the Red Rock Canyon State Park. The musical experience will also include a number of guest performances, including from the Grammy-nominated Jacob Collier, Blue the Tiger, and Toa Bird. Rodrigo, who is also the star of Disney Plus High School Musical, the musical The Series, made waves last year with the quadruple platinum debut single Driver's License. Her debut album, Sour, was Rolling Stone's #1 album of the year, and was named one of the best albums of 2021 by the New York Times. Rodrigo followed up Driver's License with more hit singles from the album, including Good For You and Deja Vu. Chris Pine is out of options in first trailer for The Contractor. Paramount Pictures has released the first trailer for Tarek Saleh's The Contractor today. The action film stars Chris Pine, Star Trek, as James Harper, a dishonorably discharged U.S. Special Forces veteran who, faced with debt, enters the underground world of private mercenaries with his friend and comrade, Ben Foster, 310 to Yuma. Their first mission goes awry, however, and Harper finds himself embroiled in a conspiracy and surrounded by enemies and accomplices he can't trust. Pine and Foster star alongside Kiefer Sutherland, 24, who plays fellow veteran and commander of the private contractors, as well as Gillian Jacobs, Community, Eddie Marson, Happy-Go-Lucky, Nina Hoss of Homeland, Amira Kesa, Sisters in Arms, Fez Safe House, J.D. Pardo, F9, and Florian Munteanu, Shanghai and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Originally titled Violence of Action and due out last December, The Contractor is Saleh's English-language film debut. The Swedish director of The Niall Hilton Incident, who directed the Phase Space episode of Westworld, heads the project written by J.P. Davis fighting Tommy Riley, and produced by Basil Iwanek and Erica Lee. The film is being produced by Iwanek's Thunder Road Films, 30 West, and STX Films. The Contractor releases in theaters and on digital storefronts April 1st. Okay, stay tuned to our channel. I'll be providing you with up-to-date reliable movie news. Enjoy.